Hello and welcome back to the channel. First of all, if you're new to the channel, my name's Matt, and if you're not new to the channel, my name's still Matt. This is my channel. It's all about my return to fitness and my return to weight loss. So, bit of a backstory to start with this week, and an apology. So this will be my first video for about 3 months. I think January was when I last did a video. So let's get into it. Oh, and before I start, if you enjoy the videos or you want more videos or you want to know when we release a new one or when I release a new one, make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it helps me to know that you guys are watching, and it supports me in my journey towards weight loss and fitness. So a bit of a backstory. So obviously I started this journey back in June of last year. I was overweight and I started taking Mounjaro. During that time, I took Mounjaro right the way through till about August, September time last year. And then the price went up significantly, so I stopped and moved to Wegovy. And then I had to stop taking Wegovy in December because I had a operation, and part of the operation, unfortunately, I couldn't be taking any kind of GLP-1 medication, so therefore had to stop with the medication at that time. So I had to stop the medication. That was outside my plan. My plan had been to stop at the end of January, which would mean I'd been on the jab for 6 months or more. My plan would have been that I would have got to a point where I was happy with my weight loss and happy with my fitness and happy with the way my body was working, and that I'd reprogram my brain so that I wouldn't be eating rubbish. But unfortunately, due to the operation, I had to stop early, and I switched to Wegovy. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think Wegovy was quite as good as Mounjaro. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper. That's why I went for it. So stopped early. So for me, that was, I thought at the time was fine, wouldn't be an issue, but it wasn't. So when I stopped, what happened? Well, everything was fine for the first few weeks, no issues whatsoever. And then after Christmas, obviously Christmas tends to be a bit more extravagant, so you tend to eat a little bit more. Felt I controlled everything, felt everything was okay. My biggest issue when I was overweight or when I was eating too much and such like was what I class as emotional eating. So I used to eat more than I should have done, and I used to eat a lot of what you might classify as junk food, so crisps, biscuits, sweets, chocolates, that kind of thing. And I used to eat far too much of that, although from a normal food perspective, I do cook 95% of the food that I eat from scratch. So my food intake wasn't too bad, but stopped mid-December or beginning to mid-December. At that time, my weight was about 10 stone 13, which is a bit lower than I wanted to be, but I thought that was fine because if I did rebound a bit, then I had a bit of a buffer zone, so that would be absolutely fine. So fast forward to the end of January. Beginning of February, my weight had gone up, and I was obviously expected, and I'd not exercised quite as much as I wanted to because of the operation. So weight had gone up, and I was getting back towards just over 12 stone. So I'd put over a stone on since I stopped taking the GLP-1 medication. And mid to the end of February, I was a lot going on, a lot of anxiety, stress with me in my personal life, and I'd gone back to emotional eating. And I found myself really, really, really hungry and really wanting to eat absolute rubbish. There was a couple of nights where I was eating and eating and eating, and I just couldn't stop eating, even though I'd maybe had a full packet of biscuits. And I know that that's not right, and I know that I shouldn't be eating a full packet of biscuits. I just couldn't stop myself. I was just eating and eating and eating, which is not good, not great. So I felt I needed to do something. So I had increased my exercise. Again, I started increasing my exercise. So I felt the only way back to getting control of this again is to go back to the medication, because I felt I came off it too early. So on the, I can't remember what date it was in February, about the 22nd of February, I went back on the Mounjaro, starting again at 2.5 milligrams. And this is now going to be my story of going back on the medication, back on the Mounjaro. What did it feel like? How did it react with me? How was I moving forward, and my exercise and my plans for exercise going forward, and what I want to do and how I want it to work for me, and how this is going to work going forward from now onwards. So I'm back on the Mounjaro. I'm taking 2.5 milligrams. To date, I've had 4 injections. So this will be my 4th week. Yes, my weight has reduced. So I'm back down to 11 stone 8. So I will put up in the corner what that is on a kilos and so on and so forth. But yeah, 11 stone 8. And I'm recording this in the car, so the video editing might not be quite as good as my normal videos, but we'll come to that later. So plans moving forward. I plan to release a video every 2 weeks, with maybe some others spattered in between. Anything you want me to talk about, let me know. The next video is going to be all about me going back onto it. So starting 22nd February, what my journey's been so far, how that's working for me, what my plans are moving forward. So if you want to find out about that and you want to see what's going on, just like and follow, and we'll do that going forward.